Prepare for battle.
Welcome everyone to Rate Your Pain. Today we have a Rate Your Pain veteran, Andrea, our first interviewee. So welcome back.
Thank you.
By the way, I don't know if you know, but that is my second most watched video actually on my channel.
That's amazing.
It's got like 540 something views. So, yeah, that was a good video apparently. So,
I'm fine.
So today we're going to be talking about acceptance. I've kind of been teasing people about this video, let them know it's coming. Unfortunately, things happen, and then my computer also had problems, so I was out for 3 weeks. But we're finally here, and I feel this is kind of a good segue into this. Speaking of how we've been trying to make it happen, and it's just been kind of a hit and miss. I know one of the times when we were scheduled, I felt like crap. I know another time you weren't feeling great. And so It's been kind of one of those things. And it's a typical common thing we have to deal with when we have CRPS.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. And with the holidays being so busy, we feel so much pressure to get a lot done because everything happens so fast. Just like in my last video about the holiday gift guide, it comes fast, and that pressure builds up flares too. I mean, I feel it. I've been feeling it this whole winter so far, and the weather. Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about accepting this new life we have when we get a disability like CRPS, and making plans. Like we were trying to make this video happen, and things kept happening where one of us felt bad, you felt bad. So when things like that happen, and I know I was really excited to do this video, and I'm sure you are too.
Yeah.
When you have something you're excited to do, and then you wake up that day and it's like, here it is, I have to cancel everything because my leg or your arm or full body, whatever you may have, you just know you're staying home that day, and it's a bummer. So how do you talk to yourself out of being bummed about it and just accepting it? How do you accept having to cancel things so frequently?
Well, let's see. This is going to be, how old am I? 36. This will be my 16th anniversary on Tuesday.
That's a
Christmas
long...
Eve. Woohoo.
Oh man, that's horrible.
So I have a lot of experience doing this. It's definitely gotten a lot easier over the last almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
At first, I felt like crap because I was always canceling. And then, people just stop, inviting you or asking you if you want to do stuff. Because they're like, oh, she doesn't feel good. She's not going to want to come, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But now after so long, if it's something that I know is going to be like a lasting memory, like my child's birthday party, something like that, I'm just going to be lazy all freaking day long, not do crap. And then I'm going to pull on my big girl pants and go.
Just
and
push
then,
through it.
Yep. And then the next day I will be in bed all day long.
Yeah.
Some things are just worth the pain, and you have to pick and choose your battles.
Very true.
And figure out which memories you want to keep.
Yep. Yeah, that's very true. That's another thing I want to talk about is like hobbies.
What are those?
Right. All of our hobbies we had and all the things we loved, either we can't do anymore, or we have to replace it, or we minimize it and do as little as we can to still fulfill that, need. But, like I know I've had to find new hobbies and things to do. And the gift guide I was mentioning, puzzles and, do-it-yourself kits where you can build things, models and things like that.
So you're just getting old, Jack.
What's that?
I think you're just getting old.
Yeah, maybe. But you really do. You have to find new hobbies.
Yeah.
And so I'm just curious, like for you, what were some of the things you did before that you can no longer do, and now you're replacing it with a different hobby, or did you replace it? Or
Well, pre RSD, um, I was a dance teacher.
I was gonna say you were a
I,
dancer.
yeah, I competed as well, in hip hop, ballet, lyrical, jazz, modern, you name it.
Yeah,
Um, and then once I got hurt, can't use your arm, can't stay on balance when you're turning or leaping or moving at all. So
right,
that went out the window.
right.
Um, I was actually very lucky when I moved back to California after getting diagnosed. Two of my previous dance teachers were like, "You're not giving up." And they made me come be an assistant in their class.
That's cool.
Like they knew I couldn't, full on be in class and dance full out, but I could help instruct
Right.
and critique students and, at least do a demonstration and stuff like that. So that really helped me in the beginning in, kind of regaining part of a normal life and part of like my passion in life
Yeah.
was just kind of swapping from being the student and teacher to more of a constructive hobby
Yeah.
versus physical hobby.
See, I think that's a perfect example and pretty much exactly what I was looking for. Um, eh, you know, we don't always have to give up on the things we used to do. Like a lot of athletes, they
Yeah.
think, well, that's it. My life is over. I can't do the sports I once did. But there's always a way to stay in touch with that. You could
Yeah.
always keep part of that life, even though it's not the same life. It's a new life and a new position in where you are from where,
Yeah.
the perspective you had before. You got
Exactly.
to move around. But yeah, and it's good to have people like that in your life too that kind of push you. I know
Mhm.
some people may get irritated by that and be like, you don't get it. I can't do it at all. And maybe you need to like communicate more with them. But it's good to have people who are there to help you and push you and kind of let you know there's more out there and you
Yeah.
you have opportunities. So
And honestly, at first, I was like, there's no way I can do this. My arm doesn't work. Like it was stuck like this.
right.
And they're like, don't care, picking you up at 3, class starts at 4, let's go. You know?
You
There
never
were
know until
times
you
where,
try.
yeah, there were times where I was high as a kite on all my meds because this was before the whole opioid crisis
Right.
thing. So, doctors were just prescribing meds left and right. And
Right.
they would have to like snap me out of it because I'm like,
Get you some coffee, girl.
yeah.
Energy is another thing that's hard. And with dancing, it takes energy. So, how did you transition from being someone who was upbeat and dancing and because I know you're a very outgoing person and I know even still you're someone who doesn't stop, like
I
you're
can't. I
what
have a 3-year-old.
so how do you accept having to be able to do stuff 24/7 to now you have to count your spoons every day, so to speak, and really ration out your energy. Like how do you accept that and what do you do to get around that?
Well, it definitely helps that my child still takes 3-hour naps.
Yeah, that's
So I
great.
get a 3-hour nap in the middle of the day if I can fall asleep.
Right.
Um, but other than that, depending on how I'm feeling in the morning, that determines the rest of the day.
Right.
I know I have to get up by this point at the absolute latest. Can I stay in bed? Or can I just lounge on the couch? And then it's get the kid ready, get him to school, drop him off at school. And then now that he's in school, I have another 3-hour break where if I'm feeling like crap, I have that time to, kind of recoup my
Right.
morning before I go get him. And then luckily he'll take a 3-hour nap.
Well, and then hopefully when he grows out of that nap stage, he'll be at the age where he's going to school all day
Yeah,
and
exactly.
can kind of take care of himself when you need a nap or
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
But I mean, before that, it was, school, work, darts, because I started playing darts.
Yeah. We played with you a few times.
Yeah.
Mm.
um, and darts was an easy hobby. I didn't have to use my bad arm. It's not physical.
Right. It's just a fun, chill
Yeah,
game.
exactly. But even still, dart nights the next day, I'd feel like crap because I was out so late.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but still, you have to monitor yourself and you have to, find what works for you. As the disease keeps going, you eventually get into that routine where when you wake up and you feel like crap, you're like, okay, this is what I need to do to get through the day.
Right.
Or I feel like crap, I have to do this tomorrow, like for sure. So today I'm not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So does Jared, your husband, for those who don't know, does he kind of have to remind you sometimes, or like, do you kind of let him know, like, hey, remind me if I'm doing too much to like kind of take it easy and chill out?
No,
Oh, you got it down. I mean, it's 16 years. Come on.
I'm the woman. I'm sure Megan tells you all the time.
She's always on me, like, and it kind of is like you were saying before about people not even inviting you anymore because they just assume you can't do it. And not that Megan does that, but she's always worried about, like, am I going to overdo it? Am I going to hurt myself? And yeah, but that what you were saying before too, I kind of want to mention about that. Just people assuming or deciding for you. That's a rough one, and I've dealt
Yeah.
with that, and it's very hurtful. And I don't think people realize that. And I don't think they intend to be hurtful. I know they don't intend that, but you know, sometimes I'm having a really good day and I can do it. So please don't just exclude me because you assume I can't do it, because it's not a guaranteed 100% every day, all day. We're going to be at our worst. We
Yeah.
do have that a lot, but we really do have good days where sometimes it's almost like we're back to our old self. I mean,
Yeah.
it's never that close, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not yeah, it's something we don't need to be excluded and decided for. We need
Don't
to be
forget
able,
about us.
yeah, don't forget about us and let us, be a big boy or big girl and decide for
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah. And, just because you're thinking of us, like, we don't know that. We think you just completely took us off,
Forgot.
you know?
Yep.
Like, I lost so many friends just moving back home. Like, you'd reach out and then, you flake or they're not too sure about like what you have. And they're like,
Yeah.
so I gotta
Yeah.
stop. You woke up.
Uh-oh. Unfortunately, we had to cut today a little short, but we will be finishing it at a later date, so stay tuned for part 2. Before we go, I wanted to show you guys something really quick that I got in the mail today. Something I'm super stoked on and super excited. You may have noticed it, you may have not, because the microphone gets in the way and the camera doesn't really go down so low, but I got my Rate Your Pain 1 to 10 hoodie. So I'm super stoked on it. This is the charcoal color, and honestly, on the screen it looked a little lighter than this. I like this color, but I would have preferred maybe the white logo on it. So if you order one and you get the charcoal color, just beware. It's going to be a little dark, the black writing and print on the charcoal. I'm going to try to show you guys the backside. It's kind of hard because I can't really see what I'm doing, but I'll get this mic out of the way and hopefully you guys can see it. So yeah, I think they turned out great. Teespring did a pretty good job, and I would have a merch store here on YouTube for you guys to purchase straight from, but apparently you have to have a crazy number of subscribers, which I'm nowhere near. I literally think it's like 10,000, and I don't know. That'd be great to have that many. I just don't see that happening anytime soon. So for now, you know, you guys are just gonna have to rely on the links I provide in the descriptions and all that. So if you do want to purchase any merch, just make sure to look down in the description right here below. You'll probably have to click the little, you know, arrow thing to pull down the description so you could see more. But also, guys, don't forget to check out my new website, www.rateyourpain1to10.com. And it has all my links, all my infos on there for all the merch, the wristbands, sweaters, t-shirts, phone cases, tote bags, stickers, coffee mugs. We got all kinds of stuff in the store. So go check it out, and I hope to see some of you guys rocking my gear. If you do, please post a picture of you wearing it and tag me. I'd love to see it. It means a lot to me, and it really makes me feel good to know that people want to spread the word and, you know, support what I'm trying to do here. So thank you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please make sure you smash that like button and make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my next uploads. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
You'll have to fight for it.